All right. All right. All right. So today we got a very special new thing going on this YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? We got some stuff in the works. Devil Hunters Podcast, episode 1. You know what I'm saying? So we got my boy, my long brother and friend. Well, both of my long brother and friends. Got my boy Luke. Luke, say
What's
what's up.
up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And got my boy Jordan in the chat.
What's up? What's up? How y'all doing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My boy Jordan. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
So,
My long brother and friends.
so literally, bro, today, we talking about the new JJK episode, bro. So, now I'm pretty sure we can all agree that the new JJK episode was hot. It was fire. You know what I'm saying? Hurtful stuff in there, but it was definitely fire, bro. For real, for real. So first question, let's just get like both of y'all opinions about it, just off rip. So Luke, what did you think about the episode, and what would you rate it scale 1 to 10?
Yeah, it seemed like this episode was kind of I don't know, I feel like it was leading up into a bigger fight that was gonna go between Yuji and Mahito.
Yeah.
They did a really good job kind of fleshing out Nobara as a character
Yeah.
and giving, some more backstory with her and getting to seeing her childhood friends and especially seeing it from her friend's perspective. And then, that cut back and forth just to her in the subway.
Yeah.
The fight with Mahito. But really thought that the fight initially with Yuji and Mahito was really entertaining to watch. There was some great animation there. He was beating the shit out of Mahito.
Yeah. Nah, he was boxing
It
that
was
nigga.
fun to watch.
Yeah, he was boxing.
Yeah.
All right. What would you scale it? Scale 1 to 10?
I'd say this episode, although I'd have to give it like a 6.5 to 7.
Okay. All right. Jordans, what did you think about the episode, and what would you scale it 1 to 10?
All right, so honestly, coming into that episode, I had no idea that the ending was going to be like that, right? So I only watched the anime, so I came into it thinking, okay, Itadori's boxing this dude, like he's definitely taking it home. Like he might be Mahito right here. Like finally, I was hyped. Then I see bro start running, and I was like, oh nah, what is he doing? And as soon as like Mahito touched her face, and like we started seeing the flashback, I was like, yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah.
She really about to die right here. Once the flashbacks come in, you always know some crazy stuff gonna happen. So, nah. I'm watching the flashbacks. I'm like, no way they're gonna kill this main character.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like to me. It looked like she died. So, I don't know. Crazy episode. Definitely wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So like actually like that's what that's what's so great about this podcast is because me as the manga reader, I like to hear the perspectives of anime onlys to know like what they think, and like because I already know like what's happening for real. You know what I'm saying? And like just to hear like what y'all think's perspective, because you don't know what's gonna happen next, and I know it's kind of like that's kind of why I started the podcast. So Jordan, what would you scale this episode 1 to 10?
Honestly, I'll give it like I want to say like a 7.58. That was a major plot twist. Honestly, like I like when writers do that. They have like crazy plot twists that you don't expect to happen. I would have never expected a main character to go out like that. So
Yeah.
I'll give it Yeah, 7.58 for sure.
Okay. So so let's talk about the start. So I believe the start was when Nobara was straight up boxing Mahito. Then they gave that little flashback of her talking to that one lady. She's irrelevant, but like about she was like no, don't go, and she's like no, I have to go. People out here risking their lives, and I'm just gonna sit here and do nothing. You know what I'm saying? One of them,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah, one of the managers
yeah, the managers. So um
or supervisors, I forgot what they're called.
and like one thing that I thought about compared to the um the last couple of episodes was that Nobara's scaling is so like weird, right? So
Mm-hmm.
we had to think about it. She was just getting bodied by this pink tailed what was his name, Haruta, with the miracles on his face or whatever, and that weird sword.
I don't
But
remember what his name was,
I
but
think it was
I
like
remember who you're
Haruta, I
talking
think,
about.
or it's like something with an H, something like that. And but she over here throwing hands with Mahito, and like to give her grace, like it was a clone. Like he didn't have the it didn't have the power of distorting like other people's souls. He could just distort his own soul to fight. But still, like that on its own is still grade one. You know what I'm saying? It's not completely like special grade for real, but he's still grade one. But she over here grade four didn't even get an upgrade. Like Yuji and Megami about to be grade one for real, and
Mm-hmm.
she over here throwing hands. Like I'm like, yo, wait, hold up, wasn't she just getting bodied last episode? Like or a couple episodes ago? So so that's something that really nobody really thinks about is like how is she able to throw hands with Mahito, but she can't beat Haruta? Like she literally made bro run away. She's like, oh, he was like, oh yeah. Like I can't. She over here hurting both of us.
Yeah,
Like
it was interesting to see what like the resonance was there to
yeah,
him.
yeah. How she can like hurt both of them and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So the next thing that I kind of want to talk about is like so what did you guys what was your guys like honest opinion of like the backstory? Like Luke, let's start with you. Like what did you like obviously we knew kind of like seeing it like what that was kind of interpreting as what was going to happen with her character, but let's just talk about the backstory over like how like her and her sister, and then like they met this girl, I forgot her name, like start with an S or whatever, and how she like was ridiculed or whatever, and she ended up moving. I think what happened was like the people of the town, they were ridiculed. Like let me know in the chat or the comments if I'm wrong, but they were ridiculing her because like she wasn't married, like she didn't have like a significant other. So like people of the town were ridiculing her, and she ended up moving away, and they said they never spoke about it after that day. So like but just what did you guys think about her growing up and everything, and her becoming that into that new person, that sorcerer, that promise that she made to for all three of them to meet up one day? Like Luke, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I thought it was a good little piece of backstory to just give us more information about Nobara, because she really has been the one in the group that's been given the least amount of character development and just
Yeah,
as far as knowing her story and stuff. But
yeah. Okay.
you know,
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I thought it was a smart decision to show all that
Yeah.
and to kind of let us you know see what drives her as a character.
Yeah. Okay.
As her friends and that.
Okay. Okay. Jordan, what about you? What did you think?
Honestly, I agree. I thought it was like pretty cool that she got more character development. In addition, it really just makes everybody more human. It makes you feel bad, like, oh, she's dying right now just from like the touch of a hand. And it just kind of like emphasizes how heartless Mahito is, that he's just like killing off these humans just to get to Itadori.
Yeah.
Being like, it mean a lot to him or not. Like, he's just like, it really just like makes Mahito seem like a really bad villain, and it kind of just like raises the stakes. I feel like the whole point of the Shibuya arc so far is that, like, I don't know, there's like no like it's just supposed to be really bad for all the Jujutsu sorcerers. Like, there's not really any wins going on right now. It's just everything falling apart. There's like a lot of major characters dying, so
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it just added a lot more like humanity to the story. Makes you really feel for everybody who's dying. I know they did the same thing for Nanami, with they had him kind of walking through like the plains as he died.
Yeah, like there's yeah, like you're 100% right, because there's a lot of characters like we don't know about. Like, we don't know about Maki, we don't know about Nabito, we don't know about like Gojo got sealed, you know what I'm saying? And like there's so many characters. Like, it's more wins. Like as you said, like the whole the point of the Shibuya arc is like there's no like plot. It's straight up war. Like we going to war out here. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about like Nobara and like her character that like most people kind of don't understand is that to her, like everybody deserves, like everybody had like that's close to her like has a chair, like they have a chair, like that's what the chair symbolism for. Like, they have a chair in her life, and we see like Yuji, Megumi, Gojo, we see even Panda, Inumaki, Maki in that hoe. And who's ever like not in that chair in her life that's close to her, she couldn't care about. So like, if we remember like in season 1, so you remember when Yuji and Nobara, they both killed those blood wound paintings. I think his name was like Ezo and Kechizu. You remember that?
Yeah, in the warehouse type deal.
Yeah, in that bridge. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. So if we remember, like Yuji was like, oh, like I killed somebody, like like he was asking Nobara, like, you don't feel some type of way about killing somebody. And she was like, no, because like she can't care less about them because they don't have they don't hold a special place in her life. It's kind of like Sukuna, for example. Like, Sukuna doesn't give two F's about anybody because nobody's special to him. Like, nobody means anything to him. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about being a jujutsu sorcerer, is that that mindset. Like, that's what he was like Sukuna was telling Jogo about, is that the reason why you weren't as like, you could have been as strong as Gojo, but the reason why your mindset was like, the reason why you weren't was because your mindset was so bad, like, or it wasn't bad, it was lackluster, because you like Sukuna disregards everything, and that's what makes him so strong. He's just a calamity of just strength, and he doesn't care about anybody but himself. But like Jogo, he wanted him, like Dagon and Nanami, we as a group, like he cared, like, we finna go and be the new humans or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? And if he just disregard everybody and everything and just wanted to destroy everything, he could have been as strong as Gojo, and he would never have lost. And the thing about Nobara is that she had like, that's the thing about Megumi too. Gojo was telling, y'all remember in season 1 where Gojo was telling Megumi, he's like, yeah, your mindset, like, you always play for the team, but like sometimes you gotta play for yourself. You remember before he opened like his domain or whatever? You know what I'm talking about?
I do remember that.
So he was like, that's like the way to win and be a jujutsu sorcerer, is that your mindset has to be not necessarily Sukuna's, but your mindset has to be different. You can't just be like, I don't know, like, you can't just be just trying to play team ball all the time, or you're gonna, you're gonna die straight up. So,
and I have something to ask you about that.
Yeah, go ahead, ask me.
So would you say that Gojo kind of disregarded that, and that's why he got sealed? You know how he was like working to save everybody instead of
Gojo. Okay, the thing about Gojo is that not really. Gojo got like they perfectly schemed everything that Gojo would do in that situation and how it would affect him and for him to get sealed. Like they knew that if people were in the train station that it would restrict him and he knew that he would open that they would make him open his domain so he can save all the humans from the transfigured humans. And Fake Ghetto, I'm gonna say Fake Ghetto for now because his name hasn't been revealed. But Fake Ghetto, he knew that once he saw Ghetto's body, like his best friend from long ago, that he would freeze. He'd be like, "Yo, what's going on?" And that's what got Gojo sealed. Gojo's mindset didn't get him sealed. He got perfectly schemed into getting sealed because of Fake Ghetto. Like literally everything was perfectly planned out so Gojo could get sealed. So but the thing about Nobara is that her mindset is actually to a grade 1 or higher. But like I don't necessarily know what was really like. I mean, there is something holding her back, but I really just kind of just don't know. But I mean, that's a little off topic. Let's try to get back to this episode for real. But so basically, I'm saying she was boxing. Itadori was down there. So what do y'all think Itadori is gonna do? Do you think he's gonna like fall apart because he just seen Nanami get blicked, and then he just saw Nobara get blicked? So you think Itadori finna have that breakdown like he did in Shibuya, or you think he finna just start raging and just You know what I'm saying? What y'all think?
I think he's pissed. I think he's mad. I think he's about to go crazy.
Jordan, what you think?
Honestly, I agree. Like, you kind of hear him at the end. It's kind of like, I don't know. He sounds kind of emotionless, like at the end. Not emotionless, but like he's kind of like, yo, like I can't believe this happened.
Yeah.
I feel like he's gonna go crazy, but he already was going crazy before. So
yeah. So you think he's gonna get like a power up, or you so that's what y'all saying? You think he's gonna get like a power up?
Honestly, yeah, I feel good. I feel like he should at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope we get to see Yuji start to be able to fight some of the special grades more consistently.
Yeah, and Luke, that's what I wanted to tell you about like from last stream is that like, what Jordan was actually saying earlier about Mahito and how he's such a diabolical like villain. Like,
yeah,
you have to understand Mahito and like what like who he is. Like Mahito is a jujutsu sorcerer in his sense. Like jujutsu sorcerers, they save as many people as they can, and they don't think about how many people they save.
I've always liked the fact that the sorcerers aren't always just heroes.
Yeah, like they aren't. Yeah, that's exactly what Megami says all the time. Like we aren't heroes.
Mm-hmm.
We always don't save the day. Like we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose sometimes, bro. Like that's what being a jujutsu sorcerer is. But we do our best because we're jujutsu sorcerers and we don't give up. So
exactly.
So, but like that's the thing is like what was I was saying like Mahito like Yuji, when Yuji saves somebody, he doesn't think about how many people he saves. He tries to make like he thinks he's a hero in a sense. Like he doesn't understand that yet, at least at this point in time. Like he thinks jujutsu sorcerers are heroes. We're supposed to save the day all the time. Everybody deserves a proper death. Like that's like his whole ideology.
Yeah.
But like Mahito, when Mahito kills, he doesn't think about how many people he kills. Essentially, he wants to kill everybody, just like how Yuji wants to save everybody. He wants to kill everybody, and
Yeah.
and that's what and that's what can really be a downfall in mindset is that when you don't understand your opponent, you get lost in emotion. But then when you finally understand your opponent, then you can face them and win. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
so we're finna see what Yuji does. At least in the next Thursday. Dang.
That is sad.
But yeah, so
Those 24 minutes go by so quick.
bruh, so fast. Like literally, me and my roommate were in here. We were watching it. We was like, it ended. We was like, damn. Like, cause
No, for real.
bro, we was like, fuck, bro. We gotta wait till next Thursday. So
yeah, I was checking the time during the flashback.
for real, I was like, hey, like this flashback should at least last like 5 minutes. We good. Like no, bit that bit lasted like 7, 8.
I swear.
All right, so
I was like, they must have spent too much money on the animation for the last two fights.
Nah, but it was a great flashback though. Like I was happy with how they did the flashback. Like the flashback was actually really good. So
yeah, it was good for sure.
They definitely fleshed out her character, like how she was playing video games, how like she was in class or whatever, and blah blah blah, all that. And I like how they fleshed out like the chairs, like because you can see like the chairs like in her like mind or her innate place in her mind, and like her chair falls over or whatever. So the next question that probably the biggest question, the reason why we're streaming today, so do you guys believe that Nobara is really like that's her whole character? That's it. Like Luke, what do you think?
Oh man, I don't know. That's the tough thing, because like Mahito said something about like the fact that Nanami could resist the touch.
Yeah,
but
like
maybe it was just for a few seconds.
Yeah, like Nanami,
I'm not sure.
like when he touched Nanami, he like simultaneously like protected his soul with curse energy, so that way like he wasn't damaged that badly. But Nobara's a grade 4 sorcerer, so she doesn't have that simultaneous. She just recently became a sorcerer for real, so she doesn't have that type of experience, because Nanami he ended up leaving being a sorcerer, then came back. He was a sorcerer when Gojo was still a kid or in teen high school and stuff. So
yeah.
So but do you really believe that she is gone forever?
Gone forever?
Like the whole story, she not coming back.
I mean, she was like one of the top 3. But I mean, they're already killing off main characters.
Like that's like Sakura dipping for real. If you really think about, wait, you seen art? Bro, Sakura. Sakura. Yeah. So like that's like Sakura dipping. Jordan, what about you? What do you think?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I texted you after, and I was like, bro, like she's literally a main character. Like, I'm just gonna like that,
Yeah.
But she's honestly, I don't know. I don't know if she's really dead. Like I don't know. Like, I'm always suspicious with like death scenes that are kind of like that. Well, like, you can't really see all the details. You don't see her face for real. Besides like half a second. I don't know. Like I was kind of suspicious. That's why I texted you like twice. I was like, yo. Hey, did she die, bro? I really don't know. I really don't know. Like the way they're killing off everybody, like they're killing off people right now. They kind of just like emphasizes like how bad, like I guess the Shibuya incident was. So this was definitely trying to like kind of emphasize like how bad it is, like killing off like a prominent character. So. Honestly, I do believe she's dead, and I think it was one of like it was like one of those writing techniques where like there's an unexpected death, but we'll see. I guess we'll see.
Like it can be one of those like like in anime where I can't think of an example. Like, oh, let's say Naruto. Bro, Luke, you need to watch Naruto, bro. But let's say Naruto for
Luke, you know
example,
what?
right? Um, let's just say Naruto. Let's just say something like let's say Sasuke for example. Like, you know, this is something that's obviously like first episode type of thing. Like when Sasuke or when you know Itachi you know did all that stuff. Like Sasuke had an awakening type of thing, right? So it's like I think like I think from looking from an anime only's perspective, like it could be like that. Like Nobara was like that was like the last like cause Sukuna just killed all those people. Nanami just got blicked. Nobara, we don't know. For real, for real. And like Yuji's at the limit. Like so this it could be like one of those moments where it pushes Yuji past his limits to where he gets that major upgrade and he starts throwing hands in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So the JJK saves lives. The JJK is peak right now. You know what I'm saying? So I think I think from looking at it from an anime only perspective, like it's definitely one of those moments where it's like it pushes the main character to the brink where he surpasses his limits and he becomes great. You know what I'm saying? So, um, let's see. Anything else about this episode that kind of happened or that I'm missing? That okay, so let's talk about predictions for next episode, and then we can get out of here. So, what do you guys think is like what could possibly like that you guys could fathom in your mind of like what do you guys think could happen in the next episode of JJK with you think they're gonna stay on the UG Mojito? You think they're gonna go to somewhere else? Or and even if they do stay on the UG Mojito, what do you think is gonna like how do you think the fight is gonna go from now on? Luke, we can start with you. Oh, Luke.
Oh, I apologize. My mic was muted.
Nah,
Didn't even realize.
go ahead.
Yeah. So, yeah. Say the question one more time. I gotta get my train of thought together. That threw
So
me off.
what is your prediction for the next episode?
Yeah. I hope that we stay here with Yuji and Mahito.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, they might cut back and forth because we just ended a 2-part episode, so it might switch somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure, but I think that we're about to get a fight between Mahito and Yuji, but who knows? He might just end up running away again. You have to deal with him later.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't happen.
Okay. So, Luke, what did you think about last episode compared to this one right here?
Last episode compared to this one,
or at least like
I mean, I feel like they're kind of similar because they both focused on the death of.
Let's say this. What did you think about the Maharaga compared to what's going on right now? At least.
I mean, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're seeing, definitely a lot of Yuji's grief built up, if that's what you mean, with those episodes.
Like I know.
Or you just talking about just comparing the episodes.
Like compared to like our first stream, like would you like what I mean is kind of like, do you think this is more intense as an emotion, like just more intense overall wise, or you think the Maharaga was more intense?
I think this is definitely more intense and emotionally, just because we've got 2 back-to-back characters that have died.
Yeah.
That were huge in season 1.
Yeah.
And, just big characters. At least they seem to be. I don't know. Maybe the JJK verse is much bigger than I thought it was because we're talking about characters
Yeah, that's the thing
I
about
haven't heard before.
yeah, that's the thing about JJK is like is like in regular other anime, like when a character we're just quote unquote we really don't know, quote unquote dies, like Nanami for example, like they give like they make sure they flush out that character, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? We know everything about him. We know his whole intentions, his ideology, why he doing what he doing. You know, he like or who doing what they doing. Like, oh, he got a sister that he fighting for or whatever, so he carried a blade because it was like, you know what I'm saying? It's stuff like that. But like in JJK, when a person dies, when they get blicked off like straight up, it's just like they blick and then that's it. like
Yeah,
that,
like what happened to Maki, man? Like she just got burned.
we will see. We honestly don't know. Like she got burnt and then they just cut from it and we ain't ever hear back. Like
Nanami just left her there.
Like so.
Yeah, I was just bringing up too. Like we just saw like basically 3 people supposedly die in like one scene, and then we just moved on.
Yeah, like
and so we see Nanami again, but we still don't see the other 2.
Yeah, like Maki and Nawabito. So
yeah,
we'll have to see about that. We'll have to see. But Jordan, what did you think? What did you think about this intensity of episode compared to the Maharaga one?
I mean, I agree with Luke. This one was definitely more like emotionally like effective. Like I feel like the Sukuna fight, it was more so like, oh, we just see like I guess their power, how destructive it is. It was cool to watch, but I feel like its main purpose was just to I guess show like their power, like what they did to the city, like their destruction power wise. And then like we get an emotional moment once Sukuna turns back to Itadori and he's like, wow, I basically just like killed like all these people, you know. But then this fight with Hito, like Nobara, like it was definitely more emotionally impactful. Like I would say, like destruction wise, like it's not like to that scale. But like just emotionally, like we've grown to like these characters like for the past 2 seasons, and then we just get like so many removed, and then we get Nobara removed, and it's like I guess nobody's safe. You know?
Yeah, like just like not like what like 10, 11 episodes. We was just seeing Nobara trying to like set Yuji up on a date with this girl. You know what I'm saying? And then we see her whole face get shot up by Mahito, and we're like, what? Making me down, bro got hurt by Dagon, then Toji, then he unleashed Maharaga. Sukuna had to come and give him reverse curse technique, bro. Like everybody, every Gojo gone, Mei we don't know where Mei what's she doing? Like who else even is there? Is there anybody else?
Like Toto.
like
what's the clapping guy that
oh yeah, Toto. Yeah, Toto.
Tojo? Toto.
Yeah, Toto.
Okay.
I think Inumaki is down, bruh. Like Panda Kusakabe. Where's everybody at? Like
For real.
Panda was like, yeah. A Panda, that scene was crazy. Like when I clapped, yeah, that's when y'all moved.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's so real though. It's like, I mean, we can't move.
For real.
It's like, hey,
I ain't moving.
Like I ain't moving either. But it was kind of, I was seeing something on Twitter. It was kind of funny. They was like, "Yo, Panda can move." Like he said, all humans. Panda ain't a human.
I was thinking that.
Like, yo, Panda dip, but it's like the fact that he didn't dip. It was so scared. Anyways, that was kind of funny. but yeah, man, I think that's about it, man. That's really all to the episode for real, for real. But whew, man, this is some emotional trauma right here. This is it's like I'm watching Attack on Titan. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
So but yeah, we're just gonna have to see till next week. We're gonna try and I'm gonna try and make sure I get a good background for this podcast, this Devil Hunters podcast first episode for me and Luke and stuff. And we're gonna try to get this right. And I appreciate a special guest of JP in the chat.
I popped out for my dog.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna try and
appreciate you, man.
For sure.
So like that's and I'm gonna try to get Luke to catch up on these other animes also. So it's because after this first season, I want him to start reading the manga so we can start talking about the manga chapters and you know what I'm saying? We can both like get our reaction. So it's like I don't know what's happening next, and then Luke don't know what happens next, and it's like, yo, what like, you know what I'm saying? We can just conspiracy theory, you know what I'm saying, on what's going.
Yeah.
But so yeah, this new JJK episode hot. Definitely. I'll say my rating would probably be, I'll say it's like a 7.5 out of 10. It's just, you know, it really just wanted to show Nobara's character as a real overall, which is good. You always need those episodes. So we're just gonna have to see till next week to see, like, you know, what's really going on, what's Yuji finna do, how Mahito finna go up, you know what I'm saying? Like, just there's so many more questions. Like, it's like you get answers, but then you get more questions to those answers. So but yeah, that is the complete first episode of the Devil Hunters podcast. You know what I'm saying? We'll definitely try to talk about other topics on here too as soon as like this first season ends, and then Luke catches up not only on the JJK, the Chainsaw Man, the Kagurabachi, all kinds, the Boruto, all kinds of new stuff that's going on right now. So, but without further ado, you know what I'm saying, that is the end of episode 1 of Devil Hunters podcast. Let me know in the comments anything y'all want to say about the episode either. And you know what I'm saying, we don't know, we just gotta see with Nobara, you know what I'm saying? Like, Nanami got blicked. We don't know if Nobara really just gone, like just straight up gone for like that. So maybe something, bruh. Maybe something. So we're just gonna have to see. But yeah, that's the end of episode 1. So we're gonna try to come back next week. I'm gonna try to get this wallpaper or whatever back screen so we can get this whole thing set up. And it's probably every Thursday. So yeah. Any last words from you guys?
Okay. Yeah, I just want to say appreciate y'all for viewing my boy for this channel.
Your boy R.A.S. Your boy R.A.S is in the chat.
Yeah. Boy R.A.S.
Fix on the channel.
For sure.
Good stuff coming up.
For sure. We're going to try to get some more special guests in here. We're going to try to get Curvin in here next, for real.
Got to.
So we gonna all gonna have laughs in here for real. But all right. So without further ado, that's the end of episode 1. Episode 2 will probably be next week. I'll probably have everything set up by then. So peace out.
See you guys.